Praise the Lord. Welcome to another message. Today the Lord has given me a message from Proverbs chapter 19 verse 17. I shall read to you. He who is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward him for what he has done. It's about people, and when we are kind to the poor, especially the people who beg on the road, and also very poor people. I had spoken about this verse in my class, in the catechism class, when I was taking catechism, and I told them that it's so important that when we give to poor person or poor beggars, it seems like God said that it is as if we are lending to the Lord. And one child took it very seriously. That same day she was going with her grandma to her aunt's house, and her mother had given her 10 rupees to buy some snacks. On the way, one beggar woman was begging near the car. So she gave the 10 rupees to the beggar woman. But she didn't feel sad about it. She was happy, and she went to her aunt's house. But she was so surprised that her aunt had kept so many things for her to have and enjoy in the evening. She came back the next day to school, and she said everything. She shared her experience that really, ma'am, what you said, Mrs. Samuel, that if we give to the poor, it is like lending to the Lord. And see, I received so much. My aunt got me packets of chips and chocolate and ice cream and cold drinks and everything I had, and I enjoyed myself. See how much God gave me. I just gave 10 rupees to the beggar. Very true, yes. It happened some years back when I was living in a particular area. On the road, they made a tent. A beggar family used to live there. And whenever I passed, I saw them. They had one small baby, very sweet little baby. And baby used to be playing. It was about that time maybe 4-5 months old only. And but after a few days, when I passed that way, I saw the baby was crying a lot. So I went and asked the mother. I felt very sad for the baby. I said, why is this baby crying? Nowadays I see the baby quite often is cranky. What is wrong? So the lady said, I don't know what happened to the child, to the baby. She's crying nowadays. I said, will you come with me to the doctor? I want to consult the doctor. I want to take you to our own doctor, physician, who even we consult for our children. So she agreed. So I went along. I took the baby and the mother and went to the doctor. So Mr. Gupta, the doctor, he checked the child, and he said that nothing seriously is wrong with the child, but I think she has to be dewormed and needs some multivitamins. So the doctor was so kind. When I was going to offer him the fee and everything, he said, no, I will not take anything. He also gave free medicines for the child. He had some samples with him. He gave multivitamin drops, and he also gave deworm medicine and explained how to be given to the child. So we came back home, and the child was treated, and the child got better. But I had already, God spoke to me, and I asked the mother, you come every day, round about in the middle of the day, and take some food for your child. I shall give her something every day, so you come and collect it. We were nearby. So every day she would come, and I would give her something. Like usually I would give her a boiled egg and maybe some nutritious food, fruit or something like that. This lady would come and collect, and we asked her name, and she said some name I couldn't figure out. So it's quite a difficult name. So my children would call her Fish Face, and whenever she would come, they would say, Granny, Fish Face has come to take the food. So the child was quite healthy. I don't want to say something big like I have done. It's nothing, it's a very small thing, but we don't have to exhibit also what we do. But this is just a testimony, and I wanted to share this testimony, and also to say that God's promises are always, what He promises, He fulfills, because that story doesn't end there. Some years back, those people moved off to another part of the city. They usually keep moving. And but things worked out very amazingly in my life, and each time I needed some money or something for the children or for the family, the friends were ready to give me. I mean, I never used to ask also. Sometimes, like if, for example, for my daughter, I needed some amount of money for admissions into the B.Ed at that point. So I said, I'll do the admissions a little later. When I get my salary, maybe I'll do it a little later. But my friend was very adamant. She said, no, this money is, the same amount is in my bag. You please take it and pay for the admission fees. Why wait for another week and all that? When I still have, what will I do? Right now I don't need this. She forced me to go and do the admissions. See how, I mean, these are the promises like God gives us. We have to believe in these promises, and it is true. When he said that if you are kind to somebody, God will also be kind to you. He will also help you in times of, he'll work in the hearts of people. Even when I needed to register for a house long time back, and that house I actually didn't take, but I was going to take that house. So another friend came forward saying, here's a check and pay for the registration. I mean, she was ready to do it when I even didn't ask. So my testimony is just to share with you, friends, that always trust in the Lord. And as he moves your heart, if you want to be kind, when he said that if you lend to somebody, like if you are kind to the poor, like it's lending to the Lord. So this message is about that, and it is very true. And never hesitate to help a poor person or anybody, but remember that you will be given much more. God will give you in an amazing way. He will fulfill all your needs. So God bless you. May this message help each one of you.